Good afternoon. It's been a few days since I've made a video. It's kind of been a little hard. I've been battling with a migraine for a while. Saw a doctor Tuesday. She gave me some medicine. Somewhat has helped, but it also makes me sleep a lot, so I just haven't really been myself lately. I don't know. It's given me time to think. It's also been very frustrating. It's easy to see how people who hurt all the time get into a bad place in their mind, because it can be very lonely and tiring and just aggravating to hurt. Just to keep hurting and not have any solutions, not be able to be who you want to be, enjoy things and have fun. It can get very discouraging. And yet in it all, I'm reminded that my joy comes from within, comes from the Lord, and I have to depend on Him to see me through the situations. Brett and I were talking the other night, or maybe it was the other morning. I don't know. I've slept so much lately, the last couple of days, that it's kind of getting crazy. We were talking about church and how people see the altar. And I don't know, maybe not all churches have altars. A place to pray. Just, I guess when I say how people see the altar, maybe it's how people see seeking prayer. So many of the situations we have come through looking for prayer, looking for prayer, looking for prayer. And it seems like whenever you want to go and you ask for prayer, people want to know why. Or, at our church we have an altar. And you're encouraged to pray in the altar. And the other morning I looked at Brett and I said, it's better. And he goes, I told him, I said, it's time we get out of our seat of judgment and into the altar of praise. Because so many times we look at people when they're down there praying, wondering what's going on with their life. Now some genuinely pray for others. Then there's some, and I've come across them a lot in my life, they say they pray, but in the back of their mind they're always, because you can hear them asking, well, what you need prayer for. And I know people who, before they'll even pray for you, they want to know why they're praying for you. And I'm not one of those kind of people. If you want me to be specific, tell me. If not, I'm like, God, you know their issue. You know their situation. You can take care of it any way you feel it's necessary, God, in your will. And I don't have to know why I'm praying for you. If you come to me and ask for prayer, then it's none of my business why. Now I do say, if you want to be specific, I will call out specifically. But if you just say, I got something I'm dealing with and I really just need somebody to pray with me about it. I kind of find it easier. Because then I just go, okay, God, whatever's on her heart that she's throwing up to you right now, or he, I am coming in full agreement with it. Whatever it is, Lord, in your will, may your will be done in this situation. Because I know sometimes it's hard for people to talk about situations and talk about what they do. But when I said that to Brett, I kind of felt, people sit in the chair and wonder what other people did wrong or why they're in the altar praying, when we all should be in the altar, either praying or praising. We all should be coming before God with a thanksgiving in our heart. Even if we have nothing of need that we have, because we know He supplies everything, we still should come to His presence with praise. I know a lot of the frustrations I've been having lately is probably because I know I haven't been bringing my praise to Him near as much. I am one of those kind of personalities that have trouble asking people to pray for them. I really struggle with that. I like to be the person praying for people, not having people pray for me. I've had several people praying for me over the course of the last few weeks because of just the way these migraines take me down. I'm struggling right now with the whole, what is the lesson I'm supposed to be learning in this? I'm reminded of Elijah. He just called down fire from heaven. He was hiding in a cave because Jezebel said she was going to kill him. And God's like, what are you doing here? You know. He felt like he was the only one. I do get frustrated with all that goes on. With half-hearted people. I get that way. I get it sometimes. I get that way myself. I try to remember to pray for people when they ask, especially. That's why usually if you ask me to pray for you, I'll send some kind of prayer back to you in a text. Just because if I don't, chances of my remembering it later will be slim and none. If I don't throw up the prayer right then when I'm asked, then it more than likely will slip my mind. But praying for people. But that really hit me hard when I was telling Brett, we need to get out of our seat of judgment and into the altar of prayer, of praise. We need to learn to come in front and pray and seek God's face, regardless if we have an issue or not. So, I mean, every Sunday, every Wednesday, every time we're in church, we should be in the altars praying. We should be in the altar praising. We shouldn't always just sit in our seat and just, oh, well, I'm here. We should be in an active state of praise or in an active state of prayer, communicating with God. That hit hard to me. Seems like sometimes we're more concerned with how we look than our relationship with God. How do the world sees us? How it reacts to us? Why we have to do so many different things to draw people into the church when serving God should be all we have to do. Why do we need all the bells and whistles and smoke and lights? I think sometimes we get so caught up in playing church, we forget to be the church. We get caught up in our lights and our computers and our music and our... I know some churches that have smoke machines and atmospheric stuff going on. And are you seriously coming for a concert and entertainment? Or are you coming seeking the face of God? Because honestly, I don't think church should be entertaining. I told my daughter today, I would love just to sit down and have just a good old-fashioned Bible discussion. Just where you sit, y'all read a chapter and you discuss it. 15 people with 15 different views. Just knowing that you're reading the scriptures and trying to figure them out. Because that's what God expects us to do. Grow our faith in Him. Just finding ways to be more like the Lord in everything we do. That should be our goal. That should be what we strive to do. The meaning of the word Christian is to be Christ-like. And how much am I like Christ? Question I'm asking myself today. Has Christ believed in people? I believe in you. God bless.